What's up, everybody? Welcome to the MIRE. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, and Nicole DeMace. Always Pogue by the skin of our teeth. Welcome to the MIRE for boys basketball.
What are you talking about? We've been sitting here for 20 minutes relaxing.
Yeah, right. Oh, my goodness gracious. I need a team. I need a team of people that want to work for free and do all this stuff that I don't want to do.
Well, you got me, so.
I know. Well, you almost work for free.
Well, deal with that.
That's fine. Welcome to boys basketball on the MIRE, where tonight Montgomery's traveled to Delaware Valley to take on the Terriers, and we're almost set to go for boys basketball. One heck of a pregame, Pogue. Apologies that we won't have the entirety of the court here to show you because, quite frankly, the gym is just real small.
Yeah.
And in order to be able to get you the basket, that's this is where we got to be. So that's what it is. We'll bring in the starting lineups in just a second here. Go ahead. Give him the starting lineups for Delaware Valley. Check it out there as Pogue's got that too small on the screen. I can't see it, and that's just the way that today's been going.
Yep, sounds about right.
Del Val wins the tip, and that was Logan Blake, who I think that might be the first time that Gordy's lost a tip all year long.
That could be a sign of good things to come, though. Good matchup.
And Blake's three is off the mark and no good, and the rebound goes to Josh Moore. You got to wonder how much they've had time to game plan for something like a game like this. You know, this was a pretty recent ad as we have a turnover, and just don't know, you know, kind of what you're getting. But what you are getting today, courtesy of Mr. Pogue, is I think it's officially okay for us to be on Ryan Curry watch, right?
Yeah, we've been watching, but now we can tell the world, yes.
Yeah, we didn't want to kind of belabor everything a little bit too soon, as there's another three. That's no good, and another rebound to Del Val. Third crack at a three, no good. Another non-rebound from the Cougs, and a good job by Craig Barron from Del Val. Maybe 3 seconds in there? No, nothing yet. And a foul line jumper finally goes down for Blake.
Well, I mean, they were camped out in the middle, but at the same time, can we complain when we gave 4 or 5 chances?
You may not. But Ryan Curry, you know, as we were just talking about a moment ago, approaching the 1,000-point mark. And, you know, I think as the week goes on, we have games obviously today, tomorrow, Thursday. The potential is there for, you know, maybe Thursday for him to get to the 1,000-point mark. So we'll see what happens.
I don't know. It's kind of contingent on me counting by 1, 2, or 3 at a time, though.
Well, we'll see how you do. As the drive and a kick, and Szymborski, that's no good, and the rebound will go to Barron and the Terriers. Frankie Denver. And now back off to Logan Blake. Blake is a pretty versatile, well put together young man, can play inside and outside. He goes about 6'6".
Yeah, his stat line was very impressive across the board.
Denver's three is no good. Curry will spin himself out of some trouble, and a no-look pass up ahead to Szymborski, who finishes.
Wow, can't get better than that. Curry knows that scoring is a priority at times, but he also knows that getting other people involved goes a long way.
The offhand finish, and now I throw all the way across the court, and a floater is up and good from Frankie Denver, a sophomore 5'8" guard, able to finish. Levy with a little stutter step. Nearly travels and ends up losing the handle.
Yeah, spacing is a little off on that one. They'll work it out.
Curry knew where that one was going, but Denver got it up over the top of his outstretched hands. A good closeout from Gordy. That's no good. Both teams struggling from the outside a little bit today, and we're going to get a traveling violation.
I wonder how much this gym has playing into everybody, though, because, you know, they're not used to playing in a gym this size, so this might be kind of one of those cool experiences, remind you of rec ball a little bit.
Yeah. This is this would be like the analogy is if we went and played a game at Upper Middle.
Yeah.
You know, back where we used to play. Curry, he'll hoist from three. Yes! The first three of the game from Ryan Curry, and we'll see if give Pogue his first crack at rudimentary mathematics.
Oh boy, no pressure. All right, I think we're good.
So an early 5-4 lead. Here's a foul line jumper. That is no good, and Curry will go with one hand to get it. He's going to throw all the way up ahead. Szymborski again on a run out, and he'll finish up and in, and one.
I like that play. Let's keep running that one. Szymborski on the run out. He gets an easy layup. He sees the ball go in. A couple free throws for him means the threes have to be coming.
Love to see JT getting on the board in the early going. this is certainly about as intimate an atmosphere as you're going to have for high school basketball in 2022, with the advent of, all the technology and, kind of big spaces that exist in our world.
I mean, I like it.
This is fun.
It's nothing but basketball. There's no distractors. It's just the court and a little bit of fans, but you're just playing.
This is certainly unique and fun. We're approaching the midway point of the first quarter, and good job by Josh Moore. And a backdoor cut. Nearly a finish. Gordy can't corral, and he looks at the official. It says, who, me?
Levy tried to claim it. Almost.
We're going to have a course on basic psychology, I think, so we don't have to keep talking about this on the MIRE. Stop trying to take credit for other people's fouls.
It's not going to work.
Nope.
Levy did make a great decision to just stay on his feet, though, and let that shot go by.
They end up getting it in. And Blake is guarded by Szymborski. And we're going to get a foul.
That's tough because that was good help by JT. He was watching that happen, just waiting for him to get low enough in the paint where he can, hopefully just get the behind block.
Foul's going to go on Levy. That's his second and the team's second. So Stephen Donahue's going to check into the game, I should say, for the first time. And the free throw is good from Mr. Barron, so
these teams feeling each other out. I mean, they don't play each other too often, so I think that's part of it. But at the same time, though, I think that just the unfamiliarity is going to be good for us because if we like to run and get out and just play our game, Delaware Valley's not going to be used to seeing that along with the matchup zone.
Right. You took the words right out of my mouth with the matchup zone. This is the kind of game where that really could pay dividends. Curry with a step back, yes. And he hits 5 in the early going for the senior headed to Army next year. And Montgomery with a quick 10-5 lead as we are inside the 4-minute mark. Szymborski goes for the steal but can't get it. And Gordy with a great job to close out and come up with a block, though he just didn't move his feet fast enough. And we're going to get a foul on Curry.
And I think part of Gordy was saying, I don't want to get that foul for, running too fast into a situation where I might not even get the ball.
I guess. I really feel like it looked like, he just didn't move the feet at all.
Well, I mean, there's a spin on everything. I took the other direction, clearly.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Barron will step out on Curry, and he makes work of him. He goes behind the back to Gordy, who couldn't handle. And now here comes Logan Blake and Del Val. He'll leave for Barron, and his layup is no good in the long arms of Gordy there to corral the rebound. Josh Moore. He's going to hoist from 3. No good. Good box out underneath from Frankie Denver, and that was pretty much the reason why Montgomery was taken out of the running for the offensive rebound.
Yeah, both teams' spacing has been a little iffy.
Corner 3 is no good that time, and Josh Moore comes up with it. Moore will leave back for Curry. Another 3 on the way. No good. Gordy got tied up on the inside and couldn't really make a play for it. Nice little give and go, and an even better extra pass results in a layup from Michael Bonaguidi.
Yeah, Bonaguidi was just waiting in the dunker spot. He knew that if I just stand here, they're going to run a play and I'll be open.
And, that's a kind of a reminder there as Moore is going to get into the middle as he does so well so often and misses a floater that, even when, you're a big like, Gordy is, when you're loafing it back down the floor, I'm not saying he was there, but, when you're loafing it back down the floor and another layup on the inside for Barron, it opens up something for the other team there. You know what I mean? You can occupy a space.
Yeah.
That allows the defense to rotate.
Especially Gordy's size. When he's not in the middle of the paint like we're kind of used to, the offense is completely different that you can run against it.
They're going to try to maybe set Gordy up here as they had a good matchup, but it'll be Szymborski. Yes, JT knocks down a 3.
I love it. JT get going early.
7 points in the first quarter for Szymborski. Here comes a quick double. and it'll end up in a wide open three, and that will be knocked down by Justin Colpin, a 5'10" junior.
Yeah, Del Val's got a lot more height than I think we've seen most games all year.
Del Val's a pretty balanced team from what we could tell on the scouting report. And here's Donahue, 9-3 are the Terriers coming into this ball game. And you see just how long Logan Blake is there as he's on a run out now. And Gordy got a good hand on it and then a block. Man, just goes to show you what 6'10" can do for you.
Oh, yeah.
Under a minute to go, first quarter. 13-12 Montgomery as Del Val trying to grab the lead back here. Good job by Gordy to stay on his feet defensively. Szymborski, that's tough.
That's
hard maybe for the official on the baseline to see exactly what he's grabbing.
The contact on the hand and the wrist is not really his first thing that he's seeing. But it is what it is.
First foul on Szymborski and the fourth team foul. Gordy again doing well as he gets a fingertip on it, and again we'll go for a run out, and this time it's going to be Luke Smith on the receiving end.
So I didn't know they drew up the pickup football plays today. So everybody just go long.
Clearly it's something that they saw on film. You know, I mean, this is not something that's a staple of the Cougar offense.
No, I mean, normally those kind of passes are not, they're frowned upon, to say the least.
Curry needs to be careful in a situation like that. Here's Blake from three. Yes, 8 seconds to go. Yep. Gordy's got to hurry up here. 6 seconds and now 5. Surprised they didn't pressure Curry. He's got 3 and now 2. He throws a floater up off the window, and we'll count it at the end of the first quarter.
Wow. That's a new one. That is a new one.
Fantastic first quarter for Curry and Szymborski, and Montgomery grabs the lead back by a bucket as we are through 8 minutes here in Delaware Valley. A fun, intimate afternoon in what was one of the old gymnasiums here at Del Val. We'll be back with the second quarter coming up right after this. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to Frenchtown. Keith Glock, Matt Pogan, Nicole DeMace live from Delaware Valley High School on an added game that was maybe about 10 days ago put on the schedule. And, you know, I think as you look at, well, why do this against this, 9-3 team, I think you could potentially gain some really valuable power points because this is the most important week of the season. The state cutoff is Saturday. So the state, we talked about this on the MIRE maybe a week or so ago as they'll go inside to Blake now and work. Gordy with a great block. I don't think Blake is used to this many guys that are 6'10" that he plays.
Yeah, when he's in the post, I think he's usually more comfortable because when he goes for his move, he's able to elevate above people.
Donahue short on the three-pointer, and we're going to get lucky as Barron was out of bounds. But to finish that thought, NJSIAA changed things up this year, and rather it being your first 15 games that count toward playoff seeding in terms of power points, it's at the cutoff date, what were your best 13 in terms of power points?
Oh, so this makes a whole lot more sense.
Yes.
Because we had some tough games that would have been a lot of big power points, but we just came up short. So this is hopefully going to make up for that.
Smith for 3. Yes, Luke Smith continues his hot run. Game over game, 5 points in the first half for Luke Smith.
It must be something with the lighting, but these guys like to shoot in this gym.
And a timeout coming from Del Val. 20-15 in the early going for the Cougs, and we'll take a break. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Matt Pogue, Nicole DeMace, Delaware Valley, boys basketball. Playoffs, PowerPoints,
Dinner.
dinner. I would
Dinner.
love some dinner right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep, me too. It's on the brain.
Pretty hungry. Cougars hungry for a victory as Josh Moore knocks that one out of bounds. See what I did there?
He did. He did. That was a, what do they call that? A tie-in? Call
Sure.
that a segue?
No, it wasn't quite a segue.
How do you spell segue?
It was a
Top of your
homonym.
head. Top of your head. How do you spell segue?
S-E-G-U-E.
I don't know. I'm asking you. I thought you spelled it like the scooter.
Pretty sure.
Ooh.
All right, folks. See just what happened there. Is the scoreboard messed up? That's the first order of business.
Somehow, no.
That's magical.
Somehow, no. All right, cool.
That's magical.
See, I didn't have 8-foot arms, or I would have been able to grab that.
Seriously, come on, Super Stretch.
Jeez, Gordy, come on. Where are you when we need you?
Christ. Curry will go for Smith again, and Luke's three is no good. And the rebound secured by Justin Colpin. Good extra. Gordy somehow avoids picking up a foul.
It's the best case scenario when you kind of bid on a pump fake.
Curry working himself into the lane with the left hand, no good. And the rebound will go again to Delaware Valley. Just a little unlucky there.
I mean, his shots are still all within the offense right now. It's good to see that he's not trying to force anything.
Montgomery's got to figure out the help defense on the backside when they rotate in that situation there. And you saw Gordy maybe a little hesitant there to go.
I mean, he's been contesting a lot of shots, but eventually one of those is going to lead to the foul, and I think he's starting to realize, all right, we got a lot of game left. They need me. We got some bigger guys out here.
Blake covers a lot of ground, man, with not that many steps.
Yep, gliding around.
Curry all the way back up top. Unselfish play so far for Montgomery as they go all the way around the outside. Smith will attack.
He had Gordy.
Yeah, I think he just, eyes were maybe a little bit bigger than his passing hands. And we're going to get a N1 layup as Curry's going to smile over at the bench and say that was a silly decision.
I'd like to see more of what Montgomery just ran on the offensive end, though, because that's what Del Val's been doing. Commit someone, get it into the paint for the easy layup, but with our shooters and as hot as they've been, that pump fake goes a long way.
See who they call the foul on. I think the officials are just checking to see if he's got blood on his jersey. They don't. And the foul actually went against Gordy, not against Curry.
Hey.
So that's a break for the Cougs. First foul of the game on Gordy. And we're going to get a lane violation. Officials are going to get together, and I think they're going to say he gets another one here because I think Moore might have went in first.
We'll take this too.
Or maybe not.
We'll take that too.
No, they're gonna just say no lane violation. So now here comes some pressure from Del Val. Donahue steps through and has it poked away. And what a block from behind by Donahue. Holy mackerel.
Well, I can celebrate now that fall actually ended okay, but man, what a recovery.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, those feel good. When you pin the ball like that, those feel good.
Was incredible from Donahue. Del Val's got the lead for the first time in a while, and Smith nearly comes up with a steal. But Blake will settle into some offense for Del Val. And Curry's going to pick his pocket. Ryan using the stutter into the lane, and he's going to be fouled and head to the free throw line.
It's a good decision. For a lot of people, going into the paint like that with the head of steam is dangerous, but Curry's handle, it lets him, still make a good decision, even going that quick.
And to be able to have the kind of body control, I think you see young players, out of control getting into the lane in those kinds of situations, and Curry doesn't suffer from that. Obviously.
Not at all.
So second free throw coming up here from the senior captain. And that one's good. So the lead is a point for Del Val between two clearly pretty evenly matched teams. Good job by Moore. And Gordy gets beat to the baseline, and they're going to get a travel first before the bucket.
That is a big break. I think Gordy thought he had the help that would be coming down, and it was not there.
Szymborski is going to come back in for Stephen Donahue. That block by Donahue, that's one of the plays of the year.
That was ridiculous. I didn't think he could get up
Bro,
high.
why did think he could get up that high? I really didn't think logistically he was going to be able to cover that kind of ground.
He looked beat. He's lankier than we give him credit for.
Yeah. Curry inside to Gordy, and he's going to be fouled.
Great look. See, they're starting to commit those defenders as they bring him around the paint and leave Gordy some room. He needs that. I mean, because we like his post game, but we don't want him just one-on-one, just slow dribbling, backing up.
Right at the midway point of the second quarter here. What's Curry watch at?
44 to go.
All right.
Unofficially.
Unofficially?
But officially.
So by my math, that means he's got 8 points.
By my math, I think he's already got it by 17, I guess.
Okay.
No, I'm not asleep at the wheel. We are all good.
Fantastic. Shooter's roll from Gordy. Snags Montgomery the lead back.
I like the full court. I like this.
Yep.
Disrupt things. They were getting into a rhythm.
Oh, there it is from Moore. He picks his pocket. Oh, wow. And Moore is just – and he's going to end up picking up a foul on that play. That goes from – you talk about a swing.
Yeah.
It goes from probably an easy bucket to picking up a foul.
Well, looks like they're going to stick with it. Clearly it does work, though. Bad
Del
outcome.
Val's – yeah, no, I mean, ugh. Del Val's in the bonus. Moore
Ooh,
took a shoulder.
A little push off.
And Blake now will drive as Gordy looks to help. And he does. Snags a block. Luke Smith thinks a little better of it, and he'll get a little give and go. It'll end up at a three. No good off the back iron, but Gordy's there to give Montgomery another chance.
That was a great decision by Luke, too.
Curry. That's good defense by Del Val. And Szymborski will try his hand at a three. No, but Gordy again is there. That was a good slip screen by Gordy, but it was well defended on the backside. Szymborski's got to put a little more mustard on that, but Gordy will end up stepping through it, laying it in, and one.
He'll make it work anyway. I mean, it's tough when you're reaching down that low and you already got to come back up high, but he did it real quickly.
Good job sharing the basketball by Montgomery. And you know who made that play really possible was Szymborski with the extra pass.
Yep.
Gordy knocks down his third free throw.
Man, Gordy's shooting touch looking very good.
Gordy hasn't gotten to the line nearly as much as you might think this season.
Yeah, he has been working hard in the paint, but yeah, not always rewarded.
Szymborski stepping out on Blake. I feel like there could have been a 5 count there.
Yeah.
Official just not counting. Moore gets thrown to the floor.
You talk about extension being what you look for.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that one's going to go. Logan Blake toilet bowls that one home.
That's another one of those swings you were talking about.
Yep. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I didn't think to start counting soon enough.
So there was a little more on that. A little more on that. So you're saying it's taking a little bit?
Well, I mean, what? It's 10 seconds once you get the ball, right?
Yep.
Szymborski, he'll go hard to the hole and just can't get that one to go.
It's a good take though. If
Yeah.
that's there, you got to do it
100%.
every time. even a shooter like him, he was still like, no, I got to take this drive.
Barron will play his back to the basket. Here's Blake with a hand in his face from Smith and knocks down a three.
Man, that's a tough shot. Luke was about as close as you could be.
Got to attack the middle. Smith and Curry will play around the outside. Oh, great look across the court. It ends up with Smith wide open, no good. Just can't get it to cash in. But that's a look you'll take all day.
Yeah, that's some good movement to get things around because passing around the perimeter doesn't do too much, but a lot of teams against the zone just do that for a while.
Blake with a heat check jumper.
He is a shooter. You can tell.
You got to think that I don't. Was it in the scout where he's going to school? But speaking of shooters, a little step back from the foul line for the Division I point guard from Montgomery. Didn't see if it was on the scout where he's heading to college next year.
I think somewhere.
It's very clear that his skill set, both physically and how he actually plays, would appeal to many, many collegiate coaches. So 3 on the way, no good. Gordy's able to pull it down, and with 35 seconds to go, Montgomery will trigger. Curry into the lane, kicking wide open for Szymborski, and JT hits it. Another 3 for Szymborski, and the Cougs have the lead back.
I think Szymborski's going to request 5 p.m. games from now on. It's his favorite time, I guess.
Good job by Josh Moore to get himself back in the play. And with 12 now, let's see if he can keep it out of Blake's hands. Yes, Szymborski can. He'll steal it with 5. Heading to the hoop. And lays it in and one.
What a finish. The English.
And you know what made that look better? I mean, when a southpaw finishes with the left hand from that side, with the kind of reverse English, that's an impressive take from JT.
I thought he might dish it to Curry. He was looking, but I think he knew he had the height advantage. Got to take it strong.
Really a good defensive play to get to the spot, but JT able to just kind of angle himself off to not hit him head on. And the bench just was trying to make sure they knew who the foul was on. It's going to be on, looked like Justin Culpin. And Culpin really did well. I mean, really did the best he could do.
Yeah.
He couldn't ask anything else, but Szymborski just got to his right side a little bit.
It's an incredible shot, too. It took that to go in.
Yes. And the free throw in and out, no good. And that actually, from a last-second standpoint, probably better for Montgomery, as Del Val could not get a decent look. A fantastic play from JT Szymborski to end quarter number 2. 16 minutes in the books here in Frenchtown, and Montgomery leads it by 5. We'll be back. Statistics and analysis and the second half coming up right after this. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to Frenchtown. Keith Glock, Matt Polk, Nicole DeMaze, live from Delaware Valley High School as we are getting set to wrap up halftime. Montgomery leads at 33-28. Let's bring you some statistics. Logan Blake leads the way, all scorers, and doing the lion's share on offense for the Terriers. He's got 16 points. Didn't feel like 16, and Matt, that is the mark of a really good scorer when you don't even realize how many he's got.
Especially when the things you're doing look so routine that, you know, clearly you have your spots that you get to and you have the shots that you know you're going to make, and he's taking all of those.
I just asked Bassford where he's going, you know, next year because we hadn't seen, and he said, you know, they're not sure yet. They're thinking he might PG, and I mean, just watching the young man play, that might not be the worst thing in the world.
No. It's only going to get bigger.
I mean, go PG at Hunter, Blair, and be seeing you in the Big 12, son.
Man, yeah, but his shot, man, that is, if you looked it up and you said how he was supposed to shoot, he's doing it.
And it doesn't look like he's working all that hard to do it. That's
effortless.
That's the impressive, yeah.
His threes are just nothing, flipping it up.
For Montgomery's, JT Szymborski leads the way with 13 points and Ryan Curry with 10. And that's pretty much, you know, a smattering here and there with everybody else, but those two doing the yeoman's work for Montgomery. We saw Joe Bassford working with Gordy coming out of the locker room there. What'd you take from that?
I think he was talking, I mean, my assumption was something about just what you're giving up on the baseline on the defensive side and how much room you can give. Because I'm wondering if they were talking about that play where Gordy thought he had help and didn't cover that baseline, but, you know, it was just a wide open path.
Right.
Or they were talking about something else. We'll never know. Our sideline reporter never got back to me.
That's listen. You gleaned a lot from just watching that from over here on the side. We got Mercer County connections all over here too. One of the officials standing next to Josh Moore, Bobby Davison, TCNJ basketball great and good friend of our good friend Kyle Burke. So Bobby really just kind of flew up the officiating ladder in hoops. So, loving that. Szymborski all of a sudden wide open right off the head, and he's going to get it in one. He's going to look for a 4-point play this time. It's 17 so far, 16. I don't want to get ahead of myself for Szymborski.
Wow. How do you lose the shooter when the shooter's already hot? That's the question of the day. Man.
Is what it is. But that's a bitter pill to swallow for Del Val right off the inbound.
You know they talked about it too. They talked about the rotations and covering certain shooters, and then first play out the gate.
You see Moore picking up in the full court. And this is a matchup that they have to like, I think, a little bit as Curry.
I think so.
On the sophomore. Szymborski went for the steal and missed. That three no good, and that's going to be out of bounds off the fingertips of Moore.
Yeah, you could tell there's a little bit of apprehension when Curry started to get real tight up on him.
That's Moore did a decent job of boxing out there. You just got to maybe shove your butt in there, and you're going to get a 5-second call. I would watch out to down the line here because Moore is not face guarding the inbounder if they throw it off of his back.
Oh, yeah, it's open. I never really understood that. I don't know how much you're gaining out of watching the other play develop.
We didn't see much of Levy in the first half because of those two quick fouls, and Curry will fly into the lane and throw up a floater. He tried to pull that patented Curry move right there, but Del Val was so delayed in inbounding the ball. It was the inbounder didn't even get to the out of bounds part of the court yet. Good job by Montgomery defensively to rotate into the lane.
Yeah, a little more ball pressure too.
There's a fadeaway from the baseline. That's really well done from Frankie Danvier. And the lead is 9.
A little bit of full court pickup right back at him.
Good job by Curry to get into the middle. 3-on-2 now. Szymborski again wide open. He's going to hit it. No, a little short. Looked like he was confident with it coming off his hands.
Yeah.
But that's really good off-ball movement by Curry to break the press.
He found the space. He run to the space. Good things happen.
Great defensive job by Josh Moore to hold the baseline. And now they'll play pick and roll game. Szymborski steps out.
Great play by JT, anticipating that.
Good job by Gordy to stay on his feet and not pick up a silly foul.
Yeah. Let him have the 2 points sometimes.
I would attack the middle of the floor here just with the basketball. Yeah, that's it. Right there. Same
Right,
deal.
Right there.
Levy's going to keep it himself.
I mean, if the C's part, I don't know why you'd walk around.
Right. It's very clear the mission in breaking this press. Got to move without the ball, and you got to attack the middle of the floor on the press, and you're going to end up with numbers the other direction. Yeah. 2 times they've pressured in the full court as Denver will step backwards and hit a 3. The sophomore single-handedly keeping him in it as Curry tried to get a little bit too greedy, and, just like that, a 9-point lead now might be, shrinking to as many as 3.
You can understand the thinking if the press has been broken that way.
Yeah.
But you get stuck with your hand in the cookie jar, though.
We need Marco Linez back, maybe. Inbound that basketball.
Oh, man.
You saw where he's going to college, right?
Yeah, is Iowa?
Iowa.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. Marco, great job, man.
It doesn't come easy.
And that's just unfortunate as the Szymborski and Blake got tied up there. Nothing malicious about it, but just an unfortunate situation. Glad Blake's okay. And now go attack it. Good job by Montgomery. And Gordy's going to have to retreat into the backcourt to get it. Can he? And they're going to say a timeout for Grundy. Del Val, I think, making as compelling an argument that they could, that they didn't have the ball yet when the whistle got blown.
I don't have a rebuttal, but I'll take the timeout because that's a good question.
And it'll be a 30-second timeout for Grundy. I thought they were going to take a full, so we were going to go away. But, look, it happens.
Yeah.
Luckily, it happened in Montgomery's favor at this point. But now this is where don't be surprised when the next 50-50 doesn't go the Cougs' way.
Yeah.
That's just the nature of officiating.
You speak with firsthand knowledge. I feel like
every once in a while. Well, it's always funny to me when I say that. I said, listen, that was about as 50-50 as you're going to get, and you got the last one. So, like this one went their way. And coaches, for some reason, hate that. I'm like, did you forget what I just did like 2 minutes ago to give you the first 50-50?
Because it's not convenient anymore. Right now is inconvenient. I got to tell you about it.
Oh, it's crazy. Boy, let me tell you about Saturday, by the way, officiating. It was about as cold as I can remember being.
It was miserable.
It was bad.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Hope you got to wear pants.
We did wear pants, yes. Gordy's going to find himself open inside, and for some reason didn't want to go up with it. Levy saves it. And we're going to get a foul. Colpin is going to pick up the foul on that one.
Yeah, Gordy was open, but that would have been, if you aren't immediately going up with the shot, that's not going to work. And I think he realized that.
Yeah, I guess he didn't realize just how open he was.
Yeah. It is surprising when you're wide open because there's usually shouldn't happen.
Del Val extending that defense out as Moore is going to be hit, and they're going to get Blake on a foul.
It's a strong take.
No fear going inside amongst the big guys inside, and the 6'6" Blake is going to pick up his first foul of the game.
Yeah, it's been inconsistent for Josh all year. Willingness to get into the paint, slow things down when we need it, able to score with the clock stop. It's huge.
From the word go. I mean, like, literally from the opening tip-off of the first game of the season.
I think he was just looking for chest and said, all right, let's get this going. It's going to be a good year.
First one's good from Josh. And he misses the second. Gordy comes not down with it. Thought he was going to be able to secure possession number 2 for Montgomery, but Szymborski really doing a nice job defensively.
Yeah. He has a tall order, but he is holding his own.
Gordy is going to get called for the foul. And I think that's a good call.
Yeah. A little bit too aggressive on the closeout.
I feel like it's almost like watching Gordy close out on those three-point shooters. It's like maybe his leap needs to happen like a step sooner.
So it's just arm, no body.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, because the reality, I mean, he does alter some shots out there, but I mean, the reality is, are you going to block threes consistently? No. Like, your main goal is really to alter with a high hand, right?
Just
I mean,
get between the eyes of the shooter and the rim. That's, if you could do that standing on the ground, do that then.
I'd rather him take it, from a step farther back and maybe try to elevate a little bit more.
Yeah, and give yourself the angle to jump around where the shooter is, not directly in.
Three shots. This is the third coming from Culpin because he was fouled taking a three. And Can's 2 out of 3 and the lead's 5.
Yeah, I'm not understanding this press because it's leaving a lot of people open.
Levy will give right back for Curry, and he's going to throw another floater up off the window. No good, and it was a good challenge by Barron to just do well enough to alter Curry. Josh Moore knocks that one out of bounds.
Ever since the Immaculata game, the just team defense has been on point all game.
I completely agree. I mean, if you think about, and I think we talk about this all the time, just how much the team has improved over the course of seasons because, God forbid, again, in college and high school, young men should improve from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. Curry's going to get an offensive foul. Great job by the senior point guard there to plant and take one in the chest from Craig Barron.
You can also sense when a guy who has the size advantage on you starts backing you down. You can tell when he's just going to decide, I'm going to try and go through you.
Moore is going to push it up ahead for Luke Smith. And Smith's going to try to dribble himself out of some trouble. And he can't do it. Stolen by Barron. I think a little too much maybe catching and seeing and not enough just you got to catch and come to the ball and put it on the floor and dribble into some space into the middle.
Or you have to be ready for the next pass as it's getting to you.
Which, in reality probably means that guy's got to be moving a little bit.
Everybody should be rotating to the space.
Donahue with really good court awareness. Moore, they're going to leave him open, and he's going to go to the hoop again. And he tries to go between two guys. No foul call coming this time, and Logan Blake's going to glide the other direction. He takes off from outside the foul line.
Well, I don't know what defense you dropped for that.
Yeah, attack that, Josh. Not that way. And he's out of bounds. So, good job by Blake. After Del Val closes to within 3. The double coming quick to Curry. And just no problem for Ryan kind of figuring out where it's coming from. Now it's 3 guys. And it'll be a quick rotation. And more. Great job by Levy to back cut. Great rotate to the corner. Donahue's 3, no good. And that seemed like a spot where he had been getting really comfortable.
That's a good possession, though. There's a lot of patience, a lot of opportunities that they didn't take that really would have put them in some trouble.
Good job by Levy. Blake tries to go to the reverse, gets his own rebound, and has the Terriers back to within a point at 42-41.
Well, we had to expect the run at some point.
Yep. Moore attacking the middle. Here comes an extra. Curry. He'll pull up from the elbow, and he got hit on the hand and was upset that there was no call, but Levy skying on the out of bounds to save it in an extra possession. Matt to the Euro and just can't quite get it to go. Curry, as he often does, is in a conversation with the official.
He's a social guy. He just likes to chat it up.
Now, obviously, where he's going to school may inhibit this a little bit, but if he doesn't go into sales at some point in his life, I don't really know what he's doing. because,
Yeah,
you know,
he's got a talent for it.
he's been selling his wares to the officiating crews for the last 3+ years now.
To be fair, we haven't seen the sales report, though. I mean, I don't know. It could just be cold calling, getting nothing. Who knows? But persistent. Oh, you better,
yes.
you better give him that.
1 for 2 from Levy. So 90 seconds to go. Luke Smith. They're going to go inside. Blake, and he's going to turn around and miss a layup. Lucky for Montgomery.
Yeah, not a ton JT can do on that one. He's got a tough assignment, but if you can just make Blake work, even if some of those times, you know, he's going to get to the line on you, still doing a great job.
Second foul on Szymborski. Just the second team foul on Montgomery in this half. First free throw from Blake is good. Gordy back in the game. And in a game like this, Gordy's presence a big part of what Montgomery needs defensively against a player with the length that Blake has.
Yeah, we need a literal matchup. He's the only one out there that can truly do it.
2 for 2 for the 6'6" senior. Delval trying to bait you into trying to throw that ball into the middle. And more there, just Montgomery's going to get, I thought they were going to get a break. No, but Delval's going to call timeout to save a possession with a minute to go. 30-second timeout for the Terriers.
It's tough to manage the feeling of we had a big lead. We're going into the fourth quarter 0-0. Like, just to readjust and kind of take that on the chin and now realize we got to fix some things.
Well, I mean, welcome to basketball, right? I mean, I'm sorry. This is a game where a team can go on a run, and just the way that Montgomery did in the second quarter, Del Val's came in quarter number 3. So now you're just basically hoping you can get a stomp here at the end of this stanza and, you know, play the final 8 minutes for all the marbles.
I'm curious how long Del Val's going to stick to this press. Because it has worked at times, but it, you know, also it leaves shooters open, and you know we haven't gotten as many threes in the first and second quarter, or as we did in the first and second quarter. But at the same time, the shooters are going to be open. They're going to start hitting.
They've changed. They changed the press. Their full court pressure, the pressure has remained, but the press has changed.
It's where they're going.
Right. I mean, they now rotated into that diamond press that they've been showing the last 5-6 possessions, and it's been certainly much more effective. They'll throw all the way across the top. And if they're holding for the last shot, they're not necessarily showing us.
Luke needs some help.
And lucky for Montgomery.
Great job by Szymborski, too, realizing as soon as he saw Luke one-on-one with that fighting for post position, he needs to get over and try and trap.
Gordy will step forward and handle for Curry. And Ryan's going to go strong, no good with the right hand, as Blake was there to defend. 30 seconds to go, third quarter. Here's a 3 as Gordy closes out. That's no good, and the rebound is going to go out of bounds off of the Cougs. That's one of the things the matchup zone does demand of you, is that, you know, it's a team rebounding situation.
Yeah, you're not always going to have an advantageous person to box out either.
Right. That time you hear Delval saying, hang on, hang on, hang on. This young man, by the time it's all said and done, probably going to be pretty good. And now under 10 to go in the quarter. Time for Delval to attack the basket. They'll look to play screen and roll. Instead, it'll be a drive and a kick for one of their shooters, no good. Smith is not going to get a shot off at the buzzer. So just as we talked about, 3 quarters in the books, and it's like nobody moved anywhere. We're going to go to the fourth quarter, knotted at 43. We'll take a break. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to the MIRE. Keith Glock, Matt Pogan, Nicole DeMace live from Frenchtown. Montgomery and Delaware Valley locked in a good one as we start quarter number 4, 43 apiece. Del Val with the possession arrow at the end of the third quarter, so Terriers begin with the basketball to start up the final 8 minutes. Again, stinks that you don't get the whole picture as Montgomery defends well. Blake there to knock it out of bounds off his own miss. But this gym is literally so small. The camera only gets up so high.
It's at the ceiling.
Yeah. We're just underneath the partition that separates the two sides of the court. That's a good job by Moore. And I think he could even attack harder than that. If you flip-flop Moore and Curry in terms of who's inbounding so that Curry's in that spot, I bet you he can grab that and attack.
Or at least draw some more attention.
Yep, they'll go inside to Gordy, and somehow that layup doesn't go down. He'll try it again, and good defense by Del Val. Gordy's going to attempt to get on the floor for a steal, but the long arms of Blake there to stop it. Gordy on the help defense, but it looks like it's going to be Luke Smith on the foul.
That's a good foul by Luke. It happens, but might as well make sure he's shooting 2 free throws, not just 1.
It wasn't even, I mean, that's just one of those, like, unlucky bounces you feel like from Gordy. You know, like, there's times when you look at it and you go, well, you missed that chippy because of this or because of that. That one was just, like, no real good reason. First one is good from Del Val, and the Terriers have the lead back as Michael Kelly knocks down a free throw. 6'3", 210-pound junior is Kelly. And he is 2 for 2 on the shooter's roll. So they will stick with the full court pressure. Moore evades the Frankie Denvier defense, and Curry with a great move. He'll kick for Smith in a corner 3. Yes! Big 3 from Luke Smith to put the Cougs back on top.
Sometimes you just got to go back to what works. Curry drives, commits, and then he kicks. Open shooters love it.
It was a period in the second half where the Montgomery shooters went cold from the outside, and Szymborski just a little too aggressive, but that one maybe even more attributable to the good body control from Logan Blake to shield Szymborski off.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, though, you don't have a ton of fouls, but it is early, so we got to be a little bit careful.
Third foul on Szymborski. He's had a fantastic game offensively tonight for the Cougs. Another extra pass, and a 3 no good, and just unfortunate long rebound. Goes to Denvier. So they set up offense. Great take from Frankie Denvier. I'm very impressed with that young man.
Yeah, great escape by Blake, too. That was an interesting way he had to shovel that pass over.
That is what I'm talking about right there. That looked so simple.
Yeah.
Smith took 2 dribbles to the middle of the court and with a ton of pace, reversed the ball to the opposite side, and it completely invalidated what Del Val was trying to do defensively there. Montgomery triggering its offense. Smith has some room to attack. Good job. Curry steps through it, and a 3. Yes! Another 3 from the Cougar captain, and a timeout from Grundy.
That was a veteran move. He saw the flyby coming and said, I'll just wait. I'll wait.
I mean, the patience from Curry. Throw up the head fake, step to your right, calm, understand pressure's going to come, no matter, knock it down. Full timeout for the Cougs, so we'll take the timeout with them. Montgomery by a bucket. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. back here to Frenchtown. The folks here at Delaware Valley could not have been more accommodating, trying to get us set up here today. And AD just came over and, said thanks again, and we appreciate them a ton.
Yeah, our road game's very hospitable. Everyone has been pretty great to us.
No doubt about it. 5:30 to go in this ball game, and it's been a good one from the get-go. Montgomery led it by as many as 9 in the second quarter. Josh Moore with a good job defensively. Gordy, not a ton you can do there, but it somehow stays out. I guess that evens up the missed layup the other direction from Gordy. Moore passed on it. Just one dribble too many.
Yeah.
Gave Del Val a chance to recover. Curry this time will draw the assignment on Blake, and he knocks it away from the backside. Double right off the inbound, and Curry will Pele it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to inbound. You're putting your teammate in a difficult situation.
For those of youngsters of you who don't know, Pele played soccer, folks. I know it's not. I know. I meant it occurred to me like that's an antiquated reference, but I think people still, like the kids, still know who that is.
If they play FIFA, they definitely know.
Right? Look at that. Just that play from Curry, just like an underhanded, left-handed flip. Smith's going to be wide open and step into a 3. No. Gordy tries to wrestle the rebound away from Denvere, but can't. This young man reminds me of Curry.
Yeah.
When he was a sophomore.
Confident handle.
Big time. And he can shoot it from the outside as he grows and, continues to get stronger and taller. He's going to be more difficult to defend as the years go on. Luke Smith, he's so twitchy. I think that helps, but sometimes maybe not even so, as we're going to get a blocking foul. Szymborski looked like he was there. Montgomery living a charmed existence most of the time, as Szymborski pretty much picks up every charge call at home. So I didn't get the call there. Now that does spell a little bit of trouble. It's the 4th foul on the junior.
Yeah, especially dealing with Blake. That's going to be tough. He's going to have to switch a little more.
I don't know that you can, really kind of change anything you're doing.
No.
And it looks like they're going to say maybe there's a little bit of blood or something.
You can see it on top of Blake's jersey.
So they are going to have to sub him out and substitute in Craig Barron, who's going to take these free throws. Looks like he's got, I don't know if it's his ear or his neck. Looks like he's holding his ear. Barron's first free throw is no good. So, that's an unfortunate.
I did not know that was the rule. Blood sub means someone else has to shoot. You don't.
What are you going to do? You're going to stop the game?
Well, clean it up. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't know what the rule is. Could you have called timeout there to? I don't know if you can. You may have to wait another whistle. So Barron hits one of them. Cuts the lead in half.
You got to stay within yourself, but if you know that you have a chance with Blake off the court, you got to take advantage.
Curry. And now Levy. Blake is going to run into the trainer's room, and I guess if you're Montgomery, maybe you're content to walk off as much time as you can. Curry somehow sticks with the handle. No good. Gordy skying for the rebound, and they're going to get a tie-up. And the possession arrow to Montgomery, because I don't think there was not a jump ball after the initial inbound in the 4th, so there's not a readily apparent possession arrow.
I was looking for it.
Moore will go up top to Curry. And now Gordy on the post. Reverses to Smith. He'll go to the floater off the baseline. No good. Levy's there, and he'll miss it, but Gordy is going to get lucky again. That's another one you just wish he would while he's up at the rim, just
put it up.
knock that one back in. 3:13 to go in the game. Oh, and a unwise inbound pass stolen by Del Val. So the Terriers a chance to go on top. Now, I don't know how long Blake's going to be in the trainer's room. I would use like every timeout I had.
Yeah, let's slow things down
Like,
if you're Del Val.
Yeah, and he's coming back. I would call timeout right now. Literally. Why would you not?
Yeah.
All the time, and Montgomery bailed him out. And
there
you go. Welcome back.
Man, his timing is impeccable.
We're going to throw it to you even when you're out of bounds. That actually, now who knows how many seconds they would have played till the clock stopped, but the more time you could have gotten with him on the bench, benefits you. Blake will step back. Smith, and with Smith in his face, knocks down a 2 to give the Terriers back the lead.
Nothing more Luke could do on that. That is a great shot. It's better offense.
Good hesitation, and Curry breaking through everybody. Hang on to it through there. Through about 11 guys. There's only 5 defenders on the court. I think he made everybody miss twice and one guy a third time to get the lead back. Oh, and Curry, can he get it there? Luke, no foul needed there, Mr. Smith, and Curry just lost sight of Blake. Great job by Gordy to recover.
Yeah, just stand your ground. Keep your hands high, and good things will happen.
2 minutes to go, fourth quarter. This has been fun in Delaware Valley. A late season matchup between Montgomery and the Terriers. And Curry this time is going to pick their pocket off the inbound and race the other way and lay it in. Denver will go behind his back. Curry knocks it away at a steal. Levy this time. He'll go to the hoop. Lay it in and one. Back-to-back runouts. First from Curry, then from Levy. And Levy will go to the foul line to cap off a three-point play. But Matt, again, that was Curry there again to disrupt it. He goes for those steals at odd angles, and Levy off to the races.
How about Curry's reaction? That layup, he could have shoveled it to him, give him 2 more points, but he's still just as fired up when Levy makes that play. He's just not concerned about it.
Delaware Valley calls timeout with 1:47, but no reason to go anywhere. Let's keep you here. Montgomery 55 and Delaware Valley 50 as we reset it for you. Full timeout for the Terriers, and Montgomery has rattled off 6 in a row, and they hold a 5-point lead. It was a 9-point lead in the first half for Montgomery. Del Val came all the way back, mostly thanks to the fantastic play of 6'6" senior Logan Blake. And Montgomery and Ryan Curry doing their level best. And Curry, to this point, really matching him stride for stride.
I mean, the dribbling display alone by Curry today. Like, he's doing things that you would never think to, and he already saw the play in his head, and he's at the rim with 4 guys in front of him.
That coast-to-coast finish. I mean, we've seen some plays today that have been absolute highlight reel plays from, that coast-to-coast spinning and finishing to Stephen Donahue, despite the fact that a foul got called on the play with a miraculous block in the first half.
Oh, man.
But, and what's maybe more impressive about this, Del Val, obviously a very talented basketball team coming into the game 9-3. Montgomery doing this without Matt Davino today, who's unavailable. You lose one of your key guys off the bench and a big piece of your athleticism. I think it says a lot. So Levy to cap off the three-point play. And he's got it. The foul did go against Logan Blake, and it's his second. Montgomery's going to pick up full court. That was one of the things that they're able to do with that timeout from Del Val, was really say, all right, let's make them use as much clock as we can.
Yeah, I mean, 6-point lead is not huge, but if you can make every possession take 30, 40 seconds, that's going to do it right now.
Great job by the Cougs to double. Got to get out there on Denver as he'll throw up a floater, and he knocks it down. Oh, and they're going to call an N1, and I think they just fouled Szymborski out of the game.
I disagree.
And in truth, I was watching the path of the ball, didn't really see, where Szymborski was planted, and that is the 5th foul on JT Szymborski. So With 86 seconds to go, it's a good job by Grundy to give it to the official as politely as possible. And there we go.
Great job by Luke. Get your position. Let him do what he wants to do. You already boxed him out.
Yep. Over the back call on Craig Barron with 1:25 to go. So the Szymborski absence after a fantastic offensive game means Josh Moore, who's no stranger to clutch situations, will be in here in crunch time.
Another very capable ball handler. That's who you want in these situations.
1-on-1 coming here from Montgomery and Luke Smith. Got it. Man, how many games are won and lost at the free throw line?
And when you got shooters like we do, some of them are won.
2 for 2. Ice water in his veins from Luke Smith. Justin Culpin will handle for Del Val as the Terriers trail it by 6. Luke Smith doing everything he can as they look to get the ball here to Logan Blake. They blitz it, 3 guys. Blake steps through.
Nice
And
play.
Gordy with a good job.
Suffocating defense on that one. Everyone talking, everybody rotating. They all know who they have to key in on, but you can't leave your man on the three-point line.
To me, there's 2 things you can't allow here. You can't allow an easy catch for Blake.
Yep.
And you can't allow Denver a wide open look from the outside. And they somehow get it to Blake off the inbound, but Curry's there to scoop up the rebound. Gordy's going to roll the other way and miss a dunk, but Levy's there, and he has it blocked. And Matt,
Nice play.
timeout is coming before the out-of-bounds play.
That's a heady play by Levy. He saw that he had no room. Somebody's getting near him, and he threw it off the defender's knee right out of bounds.
Timeout for the Cougs with 53.2. And it will be a, not sure. Still waiting to see whether it's a full or a 60 or a 30. Who cares? Doesn't even really matter. Looks like it's a full. 6-point lead for the Cougs. Man, that's an unfortunate break for Montgomery that Gordy didn't finish that.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like he might have slightly not timed out the 2 steps that he wanted. I mean, it's tough when you're running full speed and you're looking at a defender. You know, I can't dunk, so what am I going to say?
PR might yet be your calling, Mr. Pogue.
What, you think so?
No, but you did good there.
Yeah, just, painfully optimistic. That's what you got to live by.
Well, and I say that also because I know you're a pretty good counselor, too. So let's dispense with all the being niceties here. Let's get back to me making fun of you.
Wow, jeez. Yeah, that was odd.
Yeah, it didn't feel right.
We got a thing going. Don't deviate.
I won't. Montgomery will inbound it, 53.2. Levy. No reason to hurry here.
No.
No reason to hurry.
Oh,
You got
man,
it. Just value the basketball. Grundy just barking at Curry. Said, go get the basketball.
Take it away from him.
Go get the basketball.
You got a 6-point lead. Just dribble it out. Make him foul you.
And they do there. He took it, grabbed it with 44, so he still has another 6 to get it over, and now he does. Curry will dribble in and out of trouble there. Look at this. They got to go get him. They got to go get him.
You got a foul.
They got a foul. Oh, look at this. This is fantastic. This is as impressive as anything we've seen all day long.
Looks like
and
Curly
they finally
Neal.
foul him.
Curly Neal out there.
What were they waiting for? You're down 6.
I have no idea. That should have been an immediate.
That right there, you could put that last 18 seconds on any highlight reel that you want. That's as impressive as anything he's done all day long.
He keeps the ball so low. Like that crossover is coming like, inches off the ground, and he's changing directions.
1-on-1 coming for the Cougar captain. Yep, 3-possession game. That one was big. Good job by Grundy to get everybody off of the foul line. Don't pick up any cheapies, as Del Val also in the bonus at this point. He's got it. So it's an 8-point lead with 22 seconds to go here. Good job by Luke Smith. Just absolutely stay with him the entire time. Del Val's got to hurry here as clock is not their friend. Good job by Montgomery as you force him to take a long two. Gordy, for some reason, didn't grab the basketball. And a long two goes down with 9 seconds to go. And the lead is 6 at 60-54. Wow.
Ooh. Got our money's worth today.
Full timeout from the Terriers. So basically, if you're in Montgomery here, you just can't have the inbound stolen.
No. You want to really run as far away from every defender as you can, get it into the backcourt. Or if Gordy's open high, just get it up to Gordy and hope he can hold it high until Curry comes for some help.
2 timeouts left for Montgomery and just 1 left for Delaware Valley.
You know Coach Grundy's going to call that immediately if he thinks that, the inbounder's getting a bad idea.
100%. And, Grundy's really not all that loud, so, they might have trouble hearing him.
This little gym, I don't know if it echoes enough. I don't know. I do love the way he phrased what he said earlier, though.
Which part?
When he was upset about JT's foul.
Oh, yeah.
That was
He
great.
said, explain to him what he did.
I need to instruct him.
Because I don't know what he did, and I would like to instruct him.
That's fantastic.
It's a great job. Levy will inbound it. They go with the out-of-bounds inbound, and Curry ends up with it. Ryan. And he gets grabbed by Logan Blake with 3.6, and that'll pretty much do it. This will make it academic. Montgomery will again back everybody off of the foul line. This is a game that I think Montgomery's going to feel really good about winning if they hold on here. Delaware Valley is really good.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent.
There is no doubt about it.
They run a very, very cohesive offense, too. There's a lot of movement, a lot of tough things to switch on.
Curry, again, makes it a 3-possession game, so that'll pretty much do it. You can't say, clearly just to, watch Logan Blake passes every eye test, every, sniff test, every performance test that you could want him to. And Frankie Denvier is going to be a heck of a player by the time it's all said and done for him. 2 for 2 from the Cougar captain. So he's buried 4 of them, and the free throw line has kind of been a sticking point. And Blake's going to pull up from half court. He won't get it to go. And it is an 8-point victory, impressively, on the road against a real good Delaware Valley team that came into this game 9-3. Matt, you got to walk out of here feeling real good about yourself if you're a Coug.
Yeah, there was a lot of great team play, a lot of people stepping up, making really good decisions in tight spots. And JT, I understand he fouled out, but he was asked to do something very difficult today, and he did a great job on Blake.
No Davino, and Szymborski absolutely stepped up to fill the void offensively and then some. He did a lion's share of the work defensively on Blake as well in the first half, and all that added up to another victory for the Cougs. We didn't even talk about Hamilton over the weekend as they lost on a buzzer beater. But
yeah, that floater I heard.
I know, and it stunk that we couldn't be there for that one. But perils of scheduling in the early springtime. I'm forced to call it the early springtime. There's nothing spring-like about it.
Not even a little bit.
Montgomery has picked up a W here on the road. The previous has been a production of the MIRE. It's the sole property of the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of this one without the express consent of the MIRE is prohibited. Montgomery wins it by 8 up in Frenchtown. For Matt Pogue and Nicole DeMace, I am Keith Glock. Thank you for watching.